Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jennifer Hardy, and this is the Unstoppable Podcast Show. Thank you so much, wherever you are joining us from. It's always fantastic to have you guys listen in and draw some inspiration and hopefully motivation from these podcast recordings. So today I am joined with Sophie, Leigh, Robbins. How are you doing, Sophie?
Hi, Jen. I'm perfect. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about your business and your business name. I'm sure it's Biz Bliss Girl, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about what you do within that business.
Well, I have a copywriting business and a coaching business. Yeah, my coaching business is all about helping other people find their bliss. It's something that I did for the past decade, and I quit my job when I was 24 to create my copywriting business because I really wanted to follow my bliss. I just knew that as soon as I graduated and I went out into the corporate world, that I just wasn't made for that, and that I wanted to do so much more. And yeah, I decided to follow my bliss, and now 10 years later I feel really blessed that I can help other women find their bliss by coaching them. I coach them about beliefs that they have that are limiting them from living the life that they want and from having the money as well that they desire. And yeah, it's just beautiful to see the breakthroughs that people have and the way that their lives can shift by working on that.
Amazing, fantastic. Such an amazing job you're doing out there. Thank you. Thank you for doing
Thank
it.
you.
Because women need to have those breakthroughs. They need to not be so scared to take action. And I think a lot of it has sometimes got to do with confidence as well, hasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, because we always worry in our minds, right? Like, I'm not good enough to do this, or what will people say, or what if I run out of money, or what if I don't have the security of a job, and how am I going to pull all of this off? And everyone can do it. It's just about taking small steps and not feeling the overwhelm. And there are a lot of things you can do to not be overwhelmed. And I'm just so passionate about it, and about helping people to get that confidence and to help them see and realize that they can do what they are passionate about and that nothing has to stop them.
Yeah, fantastic. I absolutely love it. So tell me a little bit about your beginnings. Where were you born, brought up? Who was around you? Was there anyone that influenced you when you were younger to want to step into entrepreneurship, or was it very much just career-wise and then you found this later on?
So I grew up in a little town. I had a really, great time growing up. I had a lot of friends that I connected with. Everything was perfect in that sense. But yeah, nobody in my family has their own business. I was not surrounded by people, who had this longing to build their own business and everything and to become an entrepreneur. So when I myself went down that path when I was still young, I started my business when I was 23, and I quit my part-time job that I still had at the time. 1 year later, everyone around me was like, wow, why would you do this? And I was scared because it is scary to take that leap. But everyone around me was scared as well because they had no experience with that. That was sometimes a bit hard for me to deal with, because even though I was convinced that I was going to make it work and that this was what I wanted to do, it's easy to get these seeds of doubt into your mind, right? When people keep talking about how difficult it is and all of the challenges that are associated with being an entrepreneur. But then I thought as well, like, okay, I get that, those are your fears, the fears of my family and other people around me. And then I realized, like, they mean well, but they don't have any experience in building their business, so I shouldn't take this advice like it is an absolute truth.
Yeah.
So, that realization helped me shift the way that I thought about building my business.
I always feel that when people put those projections onto you that are negative, that more often than not, they're actually just showcasing their own opinions on what would happen if they stepped out and did that. So I've had a lot of people say to me as well in the past, exactly the same as you, this might not work, like all that. But what they're actually revealing is their fears on a personal level. It's actually nothing to do with you. And if they think that you can do it, it's very much like, oh my goodness, if I was to do that, I wouldn't be able to. So I'm going to project all my doubts and fears and worries onto you in order to kind of make myself feel better. It's insane, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it really is. And, once you realize that, then that's so freeing, because at the end of the day, people can give you advice and feed you their insecurities and fears and worries, but you are the one who has to go to bed with you and your thoughts, and who is with you for 24/7. So it's really important that you keep grounded, and that that, like you said, all of these are projections of other people's worries and fears, and maybe they want to do it themselves, but they are afraid. So they want to warn you, like, my ego is telling me not to do this, so I want to help you not make these mistakes. But like you said, it's really up to us to believe in ourselves, and to know that we have the power in ourselves to do what we want to do.
Definitely. And our mind is such a powerful thing, isn't it? It doesn't really know the difference between, for example, your list of to-dos and your actual goals. So I've got used to as well training my mind into believing that it's already happened. So I do a lot of writing, so I do a lot of journaling about things in the way of it's already occurred. So to try and train my brain into believing more of what my heart wants, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
So for example, instead of saying, so one of your goals would be, or one of your to-do list actions would be that you want to be featured on a public, really kind of high-end magazine. Let's say that's what the goal is. But what I write is very much in the present. So I'll write things like, it feels amazing to be on the front cover of this exceptional magazine. I'm adoring the feedback that I'm getting from it. So it's already happened. So I write that down for every part of my life, so that my brain really begins to catch up with me. And it means then that any time that anyone has any doubts and fears that they want to put on you, you can go back to that, and that journaling, if that's what you would like to do, or keeping it very, very clear in your head as a vision of where you're going and what you want to achieve. And for some reason, it just begins to blow out the naysayers really strongly. So amazing. So tell me, how has mindset influenced your personal life? So has there been moments that you have really struggled with mindset, and that's why you've decided to come into this field, because you've practiced, or what is your journey with mindset for your own personal life?
Well, mindset is so important, and this is also something that I had to learn myself, because I had been studying about mindset and law of attraction and all of that for over a decade. But the thing is, you can know something, or you can know something and apply it. And that's where the magic lies. And so, I really, like you said, trained myself to believe, like, okay, this is what I want. And I just know that it's on its way to me, even though I don't see any proof in my reality yet. I know that it's coming, and I'm going to work getting that. And I used my mindset to land a job as an editor-in-chief of some magazines. I worked for television. I met some famous people, and I worked with some of them. And all of that was first something that was an idea in my mind, like, that would be awesome, and that's something that I want to do. And then it became reality. Mindset is definitely so important. And I still have to train myself, you know, because we are all human, every day to be aware of my thoughts and the way my mind tries to, yeah, you know, the way your ego tries to cut in there and be like, oh, you know, hold your horses. Are you sure this is a good idea, or is this going to work? And just being aware of that is such an important step. So if you know that what you focus on will expand, then you also know that if you are focusing on negative thoughts or worries or fears, yeah, that you will get more to worry about. So you can shift your mindset, and you can be like, okay, I'm going to focus on other things now, and I just know that it's going to happen.
Amazing. I just absolutely love it. And I know something that you obviously have as part of your mindset is, and something that plays a massively important role, is spirituality and manifestation and law of attraction. I have a lot of people in my space that just don't think law of attraction works. Why do you think people have a bit of a stand against it at times? I know that it works, but I don't just believe in law of attraction in the way that you can just sit there and wish for something and it happens. I believe that you can attract what you want in your life, but you have to take action. So what is your feelings, and why do you think that people sometimes just don't believe that it's even a concept?
Well, I think it's multiple things. So first of all, it's it's like, you know, having faith. If you are religious, it's not tangible, so people can't like see it, even though law of attraction has a basis in like quantum physics, and it can be proved that all of the concepts are real and they work. But yeah, it's hard for people sometimes, I think, to put their faith into something that they cannot really see. And secondly, I think there are a lot of misconceptions about the law of attraction that trip people up. Like, I know that a lot of people think that feeling positive, thinking positive is enough. Like, you know, if I just think positive thoughts about, you know, whatever it is that I want to achieve, then I can just sit on my couch and it'll come to me. But like you said, you have law of attraction, and you have to pair it with the law of action, which is another universal law. Because nothing's going to happen if you don't move. It's like, you know, if you want to drive a car, and you say, okay, I want to go to LA, and you sit there in your car and you're just, you know, beating yourself up because you're not arriving in LA, but you haven't even turned the engine on. You know, you have to do something to get there, and that's important as well, that you take action, inspired action that feels good, that comes from a place of feeling good, of joy and excitement, and not based on fear or worries, because you know, fear is not you know, something that gives you great advice, right? So you have to take inspired action. And the third thing that I think is really important is, it's not enough to think positive, but you have to feel positive. Because for sure you can think like, I want to have more money, so I'm going to think positive about money. But if you pair that with a feeling of despair and of frustration of not having enough, then that is what you will get. That is what you will attract, the essence of what you are feeling. So you have to pair it with a feeling of trust and excitement, and of just hope, and of knowing that it's on its way to you. And that is so important, and something that a lot of people miss. And of course, if you do that and you don't pair it with positive feelings, then it won't manifest, and then you won't believe in the law of attraction, because you are seeing, you know, you think that you are doing it the right way, when actually you are just missing one step or two steps, and you think that it doesn't work.
Amazing. Yeah, I completely agree with all of that as well. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about this as well. This is something that's been coming up in my community a lot. A lot of people are thinking, because obviously I know that a lot of my community are coaches, they're in the spiritual kind of realm as well, and they really want to teach that, and that's their heart's calling. that's, that's so important to them. But a lot of people are saying it looks as if nowadays that actually, a lot of the businesses are about strategy, and not just about the kind of heart calling of someone. It's like, well, yes, I want to do this, but I feel as if I have to strategize it in order to be able to sell it. I feel as if I have to sell like a how-to, as opposed to just clearing, helping people remove blocks, helping people with self-care, self-love, with manifestation, with law of attraction. Do you think that you can actually run a business that is not about strategy and still be super successful?
Yeah, I do believe that, because, the strategy, I mean, for me personally, is just a small part of it. Of course, you have to have some strategy in your business, but to me, it's like 10 or 20%, and all the rest is mindset. And the thing is, if you do what you love and you are passionate about it, and like in the coaching industry, if you are passionate about serving people and about helping people get to that transformation, get those breakthroughs, then this, I mean, I know this sounds really woo-woo, but the steps will be shown to you. You will be in the shower and a great idea will hit you, and that's how the strategy can come to life. It's all of these inspired ideas that you get when you are feeling good and you are in the flow and you are in the zone and you are out there serving people, and being authentic and showing that you are not in it for just to make money, or just to be famous, or whatever it is that people want, and I'm not saying that you can't want that, because sure, I'm all for that, but the main point is that you have to show up really from a place of alignment and of passion and flow, and that is what will make the most impact, and that is where your inspired ideas will come from. And then you can use a little bit of strategy, but to me, like I said, it's like only 10 or 20%, and all the rest is mindset. It's really important to work on your mindset if you have a business, and so that you can show up fully, as the person that you are for your audience.
Absolutely, I completely agree with that. And mindset and action, really predominantly what your business is going to thrive off of. And yet, like you said, the strategy unfolds with the action, doesn't it? And with the mindset, the confidence and the belief to be like, I am going to make this happen. That has to be there as well, 100%. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. Really insightful, lots of incredible information there for people that are listening, and hopefully they've taken some inspiration from it. So let us know, where can we actually find you on the online space, Sophie?
You can go to my website, which is sophieleighrobbins.com. I'm also on Instagram. It's also Sophie Leigh Robbins. And I'm also on Facebook. People can friend me. I'm also, of course, Sophie Leigh Robbins there. Or you can join my group, which is called Mindset, Abundance, and Manifestation. Create your dream life with joy. Amazing. And I run a lot of free challenges in there about all things mindset, law of attraction, manifestation, money. So people are free to join and to participate and connect with other like-minded people.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, thank you so much again for joining us today. Can you just give us one last piece of your wisdom? If there's anyone out there who needs a little bit of a boost, they need to start to take action a little bit, but they just don't really know where to start, what would your words of advice or wisdom be for those people that need a little kick up the bum to get moving, to get going with their ideas or business or mission?
Well, my number one tip is create yourself a morning ritual that works for you, because the way that you start your day is so important. And I would say to these people, don't let the day run you, but have yourself, have you run the day so that your day turns out to be magical and great. And a morning ritual is perfect for that. You can ground yourself, you can get into those high vibe feelings, and you can go from there instead of waking up maybe feeling not so great and have everything unfold in the same way. So yeah, I think that's a thing that helped me a lot, and that can help other people as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. That is fantastic. So thank you again, Sophie. It's been amazing chatting.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was great.
So welcome. I'm looking forward to seeing your journey and all the things that you are going to go on to achieve within your business and your life as well. So thank you everyone that's out there listening again today. It's fantastic to have you as part of the Unstoppable movement. I appreciate and love you all very much. If you would like to know more about Sophie Leigh, then of course you can just scroll down a little bit and you'll find all her details in the comments. And of course, if you want to know about Unstoppable and what we do here, then I have all of my details again just underneath Sophie in those comments, so you can take a look and dive in and get to know us a little bit more. So thank you again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Sending lots of love, and I hope you have the most amazing day or night. Take care.